the big birds.
This week's Ricky Gervais film review
Sure.
is Jungle Book.
The Jungle Book?
Yeah.
That was made in, what, 1968?
I don't know, but listen, shut up, right? It's a good review, right? Right, for people who either have heard it or haven't, you know, you might learn something.
Sure.
Because it's sort of my take on it.
Has the review begun yet, or...?
No, no, it's good from now, yeah?
Okay, go.
Right, the little kid, he's in the jungle, right, but he knows the bear and the panther, they're good friends, but it's dangerous because you got to watch out the tiger and the snake. Well, now, the reason is, they don't mind him, but he's human and he can make fire, they can't. That's why he's sort of in demand, even though they've conquered the power of speech, they can't make fire. And then, the orangutan gets him. Now, he's in trouble. But the bear puts coconuts on and makes himself look like it, then they fall off. They've got to get away. But then he meets, a girl, and then they're not, you know...
Okay. Do you write these yourself?
Yeah.
Or you don't get a professional to do it? Right.
Oh, no.
Okay. And what would you give that one out of 5?
It's 9.
That's a 9 out of 5. Strong review there. A strong film then for you.
One again.
And you'd recommend that for friends and family?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just on video or DVD or in the cinema.
Okay, good. All right. And the film again was?
Jungle Book.
Jungle Book. Jolly good. All right, thanks very much for that.
Again, I broke the rules in the week. I met up with Carl. I had lunch with him. And we were chatting and having a cup of tea. And it got onto one of Carl's favourite programmes, was the Tales of the Unexpected.
Ah, of course.
And all I can think is that he's probably the only person in Britain where they were unexpected. I mean, to him, when that twist came in, then you go, gee, I can't...
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Can't believe
So it was the tree that did it. And I mean, he was probably the only... And we were telling all these stories of horror, and he liked horror stories. And I told him this story. And I don't know if this had come across on the radio, but I told him this story. It was a short. It was a horror short.
This was a film you saw, was it?
Yeah. And what it was, it started off, just there'd been a car crash. You see this horrendous wreck. And you saw it from the point of view of the person in the car. And he was calling for his mate, and he was going, Dave... And he sort of looked over and saw a body without a head that had been thrown. He goes, "Oh no, Dave!" And then into the field of view came Dave, his mate, and looked at him with a look of horror. And then it sort of went black, and you realised that he was just a head, and it had been his body.
Oh wow!
Right?
Yeah.
And I said, then it came up at the end, at the executions in the French Revolution, people experience consciousness for, you know, and he went, oh. No, he said, it wouldn't be for that long. And then he went, if it was a chicken, it would work. Imagine remaking that film, but it's two chickens in horrendous car crash.
Their own fault for driving.
It would work. No, he wasn't having that.
Yeah.
No, it was too long. I think he said, how long was this film? Went, 5 minutes. He went, no. It would work if it was a chicken.
I like the way that Carly is something like, when you relate an incident like that, he's appalled and offended and annoyed by the people that made it, even though he's never seen it.
Oh, he's annoyed, yeah.
Do you have a favourite Tales of the Unexpected, one that you remember particularly that shook you up?
Yeah, we were talking about the one on where there's some woman in prison. Have you seen that one?
No, I can't remember them all.
Right. This woman's in prison.
Yeah.
And she gets a bit friendly with the guy who takes the dead bodies out.
Right.
And he said, I can get you out of here. He said, what you've got to do, right? You've got to, I don't know, at midnight...
When you hear the bell toll, that means there's been a dead body.
Yeah, there's been a dead body. So what you've got to do is go into, like, the place where all the dead bodies are, get in the first coffin on the right, and then I'll come along and carry you out, and you can run away and escape, right? So she goes, yeah, all right then. So she hears the bell go.
I'll bury you, right? And then I'll come back later and dig you up.
Right.
Yeah, but
that's the point.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. Trust me, Carl, it really matters.
Okay.
Listen, I don't know if I'm going to ruin this for people at home.
Yeah.
Can I just skip to the end? I would imagine that she gets buried and he doesn't come back, and she has to get buried alive.
Better than that. So she gets in the coffin, and she's lying there for ages.
She's buried.
She can feel a bit of movement going on, so she's obviously, you know, being carried somewhere, so she's thinking, this is it, I'm getting out. And she's lying there for ages and thinking, why ain't someone coming and lifting the lid off this? Do you know what I mean? Letting me get out. So she's really bored. She gets a lighter out, right? Lights it to have a look at who she's lying on. It's only the fella who said he'd help escape.
Oh.
How bad is that?
That is... How bad is that?
So it is quite important that she's buried alive then, isn't it? In retrospect, you realise that The jeopardy is...
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.